kept getting what I thought were chest infections, and I was coughing and coughing backwards and forwards to the doctors, backwards and forwards. And gradually, over the weeks, I started to feel, I don't know if this is a word, iller and iller. I saw the doctor again, and he had to listen to my chest, but to be on the safe side, he'd sent me for x-ray. After I'd had the chest x-ray at Altrincham, my husband took me to Wythenshawe Hospital because I was so ill. I could see that there was something really wrong on the x-ray, mainly from the days when I used to be a nurse. And it wasn't long before the doctor came back to me and told me that they were admitting me on the ward. They thought at first it was pneumonia. And I think I was in a week. It might have been a bit longer, I can't remember. But then I was allowed home, and they told me they would send for me to do the biopsy. They put the tube down my throat to my lungs, and that was horrible and sort of choking. And they said, we're taking the biopsy. By this time I think I was hanging on to the bed, and they started doing the biopsy. Oh my God. And they had rails up at the side, and I was hitting the rails like that, the pain. And eventually one of the nurses said, she can feel it. She needs some more sedation. And in the end, the doctor said, give her some more sedation. But by that time, it wasn't working on me. A lot of people thought it was the happy ending when I was told I was in remission. And I did find that a lot of people didn't like to speak to me, knowing that I had cancer, but I think they were afraid of upsetting me. Gradually, I got stronger and stronger, and my appetite came back, and I was so happy to be in my own house and my own bed. Everything was going fine. I was doing really well, but it's only this last 12 to 18 months that I've started deteriorating. The latest result of all this is I now have depression that I'm having treatment for. I am going to be doing some physiotherapy, which I hope will help. I think also the psychotherapy that I'm going to be having. I think it's very important that patients become involved, because when you hear firsthand from people of the difficulties and the problems that they've gone through, I think then it's easier for them to understand, or I hope it is.